So I've gotten a question about how to make your eyebrows look natural but still filled in, but um, how to really frame your face. So one of my favorite things is to use an eyeshadow to do that without a shimmer, just a regular old medium brown. I have pretty dark hair, but actually in the light it can have a little bit of a reddish tint. But I've begun using a shadow because I saw pictures of myself wearing a eyeliner pencil and I thought, oh my gosh, that's really heavy and unnatural looking. You want to look like you but better. And I know that's kind of an overused phrase in the makeup world, but so I'm going to show you the difference. I have two eyeliners here, and they're really cheap. First one is Wet n Wild brand from I think Walgreens, and this is the color taupe. It's a brow and eyeliner, and it's a really light brown. I know that doesn't look very light in this lighting, but it is light. And then the other one, which is a very similar shade if you look at the two next to each other. This one is CoverGirl Perfect Blend, and this is called Black Brown. So I'm going to do one eyebrow in the pencil and one with the powder and show you the difference. And then I also want to show you the highlighting that I do underneath the brow to make them look more defined. I don't know what the right word is. Higher, arched, and that natural glow that you get by using a highlight. So I'm going to start with this black brown pencil, and it has a blender on the end, one of those foam thingies. But you start where you want the color to be the most like impactful. So I don't want the front of my eyebrow to be a harsh line. Like I want it to kind of, so I start maybe 2/3 of the way and do very small strokes. Very small strokes. And if you use a pencil, you have to be really light with your hand. And honestly, I just don't think I have that patience to sit here and go, do, 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 and then blend it all out. Like, this is way, way too much work for me. And honestly, I don't feel like I have the accuracy that I have with a powder. And then I kind of smooth it out, but I always end up with areas where there's just too much. And like right here, like there's too much powder. And then it's almost too late and I don't know how to fix it. Now from far away, perhaps it's not that obvious. You know, you can pull it off. But I wanted to show you why I think that a powder is better. So for that, I use a really small brush. These aren't like MAC fancy brushes or anything. And one of my favorite colors to use is MAC's Cork. And it's Cork. It's just a really nice neutrally nude brown. And you wouldn't think with such dark hair that I could pull off like a lighter brown like this. But I just get some on this little brush and you do small strokes. And I feel like I have more control over the coverage. And it's also really effective because I can incorporate that same color below in the eye makeup somewhere. And I just feel like it makes your look more cohesive, not adhesive. That would be weird. Anyway, so really small strokes. And then I clean up any mess, so I usually make some, with a nice powder or with my fingers. But do you see the difference how the one that I used the eyeliner on, the brow liner, it looks like kind of uneven and dark and unnatural. But if you look at the one that I did with the powder, it looks more like my eyebrows, but better. Like a natural look, but it still has that finished look to it. And I like this too because I can use it to kind of elongate them in the front without having such a harsh line. It just kind of makes it look like they start a little earlier without that. Now you can play with different shades, but I find that like brunettes look really good with this Cork color from MAC. Any medium tone brown. Another one that might work if you're a brunette is Wedge. Wedge has a little bit, I think, of a red in it, so if you have a slight bit of red in your complexion, that might be pretty. And then if you're really dark, You might be able to use like MAC Swiss chocolate, which is really pretty also. You just don't want to use anything with a shimmer because that would not be a good idea. So the next thing I would do after I finish my brows, which obviously they look different right now. I get that. It's fine. I'm going to use a really light shadow. Now, as you can see, I have a full range of them. So I'm going to tell you what they are, and then what I wear, which one I wear, depends on the outfit I'm wearing, what other eyeshadows I want to wear that day. And that really does depend on the day because my mood changes. So the first one up on this top row, there's just 6. This is called Nylon by MAC. And it is kind of a yellowy white, and it's very pigmented. A white, very pigmented. You see it next to that eyeliner? But I like that a lot. It's just if you want, you have to use it sparingly, just a littlest bit. This next one's more of a matte shade. It's called Vanilla, and it's got some shimmer to it, but it's very white. I think the people who would want to use this might be like very fair skinned. You have to take it off. There you go. You see the difference? Okay, that's Vanilla. So first was Nylon, then was Vanilla. Here is Blanc Type, and this is definitely a creamy matte. And if you're not into matte shades, which is this one right here, Blanc Type, this might not be for you. But one of my favorites is this one. It's called Shroom by MAC. And I think it's really pretty. It's almost like a silvery white, if that makes sense. With like in different like lighting, sometimes it can have like a pink sheen to it. It's really pretty. And then 2 more. Another one that's a really good pick is called Brulee. I know a lot of girls on YouTube use this as their all over their lid shade and then use a lighter shade. But if you have darker skin, Brulee could be like the perfect highlight shade for under your brows and in your tear duct, which I'll show you. So this is Brulee. See how it's a lot darker than the other colors? But it's still lighter than my skin tone, so I feel like it's appropriate to use for a highlighter. Usually for a highlight you want a shimmer, something that's going to catch the light, but not necessarily always. And then this last one is called Rice Paper. And it has a little bit more of a yellowy tone, tan color. It's right there. You can see the yellow in it. So today I think I'm going to use Shroom. And I'm just going to use a really light hand with a fluffy brush and just dip it in there. And I start right at the peak of the brow. And I just give it a little kick. Whoop, my hand is dirty and I touched my face. I'll have to fix that later. So finish the other eye right under the brow. It gives you a little bit of a highlight, something to catch the light. Okay, now another beauty tip. If you can see how that looks. Another beauty tip is we use this same highlight shade for the inner corners of the eye, like your tear ducts, but don't go in your eye. So just right there. And I just do like a dot. And the reason you do that is to reflect the light from your eye outwards. It makes your eyes look bigger. It's a lot of tricks. But I hope that was helpful. You can use this highlight shade at the Cupid's bow, top of your lip. That reflects the light upwards and it makes your lips look bigger. You can also use it below your lip, which reflects the light down, which makes your lips look bigger. If you want to accentuate anything, use a brighter, whiter color that has a little bit of light to it. You can even use it on the top of your cheekbones and blend it out. People do that. But I tend to stick to just right under the brow and in the inner corner of the eye. Hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will respond. Thank you.